Hey guys, welcome back to the Driveline channel. Today we are doing a taillight shootout. With me, I have the brand new set of Garagistic, or whomever makes them, Startec Style taillights. I also have the reproduction Startec taillights, and on my car, I have the CATuned taillights as well. So in the package, we got brand new taillights, saran wrapped, and they look pretty good to me. These are the replicas, and these are the reproduction Startecs. Is there much of a difference? So just looking up a little bit closer, I mean, they kind of look almost exactly the same. It's pretty hard to tell them apart, and one of the main reasons why I didn't like the Startec reproductions is because they're way too dark. Because remember, the original Startecs, they were pink and they were pretty... They weren't dark, but they were definitely on the smokier side. These ones, both of them are, in my opinion, a little bit too dark. Honestly, it's really hard to tell the difference between the reproduction Startecs and the Garagistic ones. They look almost exactly the same. If you can even find the reproduction ones, they range from about, I think, $1,000. I've seen on classiceuroparts.com. I think they're asking like $2,000 for a set of taillights. These ones from Garagistic, which ones are they? They're these ones, 350 bucks. Go ahead and install them real quick. So just a 1/4-inch ratchet and an 8mm. That's all we need. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so removing these taillights is really simple. The only thing that you need to watch out for is going to be the plug, which is right behind here, and these two holding clips that you just undo like that, and then you pop these bad boys out. And there you go. There you have it. Now you can get to the taillight. Now the taillight has these 8mm nuts that we're going to have to get out. One right there, one right there. There's one right over here. Run right above there. And then a couple just right there. So super simple, 8mm. Let's go ahead and take it out. And what I was saying before about having a deeper socket, that's going to make this a little bit easier. You can see that the studs protrude out a little bit. So let's go ahead and get this out. So the one thing just to watch out for is this bridge piece right here. Make sure you don't lose it. And then we just got one more down here that you can't really see. There we go. And then we got one more down right here. And then we can go ahead and just slide them straight out. And there we have it. So before anybody asks, I do have replacement seals, but I just reuse the old ones because they help with the fitment of the taillights and just help with the ease of installation. The sheet metal is really thin in these areas, so you don't want to over tighten anything. And just even looking at the fitment is pretty much bang on with the CATuned ones, which are based on the stock ones. So we'll go ahead and just throw the bridge piece on and start bolting these up. And you want to make sure that you do these hand tight first and do not over tighten them because the sheet metal is super thin in these areas and you can break a stud. So already there's a little bit of an issue with this right here. Doesn't really fit. That's kind of lame. So this one is the Startec right here. And you can see just the way that it's supposed to be. And this one is just completely straight, so it can't hold it in place. So just to get around this problem, just pull the plug and just plug it in directly. And then we can throw on the light fixture back on. Now just putting that back on, clipping them back in, and dude, they look exactly the same like the Startecs. The fitment is pretty much exactly the same. They fit great. They look good. Now I think the CATuned ones, I mean, they fit pretty close to what they fit like. All right, so pretty simple install. Changes the look of the car pretty dramatically, but in my opinion, they're still much too dark than the original Startec lights, but they match the reproductions, which I don't really understand. If they had a chance to remake them, they should have just remade the original Startecs. I don't know why they're so dark. All in all, like if I had a black car or a red one, I'd probably be looking to install something like this, but on my car, I just feel like it's a little bit too dark, and that's one of the reasons why I ended up pulling off the original Startec reproductions that I put on the car. I mean, either way, any of these options are gonna be better than stock, especially with the red and the orange amber. I think they look awful, especially on a sterling silver car, but here you go. Pretty simple install. So let's compare them. So here's all three of them together. The Startec reproductions, the CATuned, and the Garagistics. So the Garagistics, if you can see that, there's just a little roughness around the edges. And then this part right here, you're not able to clip in the plug for the light anymore. But like I said, it's not a problem. You just plug in directly into the light panel itself. Right here, it's not painted. On the Startecs, they would be painted. It's not a huge deal. You would only ever see that when you open up the trunk. So you can see the differences there. Overall, I think they're a great reproduction though. They look almost exactly the same. And then just for comparison's sake, these ones would be the CATuned ones. And you can see it's a stock light panel right here. So there's absolutely no fitment issues with this. And they're all hand produced, hand painted. And I think they look absolutely fantastic. Well guys, I hope you found this video helpful for those of you with early style E30 taillights or E30 M3s. Again, I think the Garagistics are a great purchase for 350 bucks. They look almost identical to the Startec reproductions, which cost nearly triple the amount. And just because they have a couple flaws doesn't mean that you can't run them. Just because they're a little rough around the edges, quite literally. And even this plug part right here, I don't think that they're really that big of a deal, because for the price, you're not gonna beat it. And I think it's a much better look than the stock taillights, but hey, you tell me, which taillights would you run? Would you run Startec reproductions, Garagistics, or the CATuned? I'm sticking with the CATuned ones, but if I ever want to change up the look of my car, I'll probably slap on these Garagistics. Hope you found this video helpful. Leave me a comment which one you would choose, and I hope you like this video.